tonight's visiting team, the Bears of Shawnee State University. Conference champion of character, Trent Price. The conference Gold Glove winner at third base, Mason Reed. Second team all-conference starting pitcher, Ricardo Medrano. First team all-conference second base, Jace Harnan. First team all-conference outfielder, hitting Gold Glove winner in left field, Zach Davis. First team all-conference outfielder, and a Gold Glove winner in center field, Eli Jones. First team all-conference catcher, and the River 6 Conference Player of the Year, Diego Mendoza. Now, for tonight's home team, the Eagles of Midway University. The conference champion of character, Cole Ginter. Third team all-conference relief pitcher, Brendan Cole. Third team all-conference starting pitcher, Xavier Hart. Third team all-conference catcher, Isaac Tenza. Third team all-conference outfielder, Cole Whaley. Second team all-conference second base, Noah Ingerhold.
And hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome back to VA Memorial Stadium in Chillicothe, Ohio, for the third game of the day. It's the 3 seed against the 4 seed, as Shawnee State will take on Midway. Shawnee State, a record of 29-16. They are 16-11 in the River States Conference. Will go up against Midway University. They are 28-19, and they are also 16-11 in the River States Conference. This is game 3 of the day, and game 1. And they've both been really good baseball games today. It was Indiana University Southeast coming up with the win over IU Kokomo. The final of that game was 6-3. Then in game 2, Oakland City held on to knock off Brescia 3-2. So tomorrow we're looking at game 1. Being IU Kokomo versus Brescia, as that will be the 11 a.m. contest. And then in game 2 at 3 p.m., it is IU Southeast versus the loser of this game. And then in the 7 o'clock contest, Oakland City University, the 2 seed, will take on the winner of this contest. As we look at the lineups for both teams, for Shawnee State, leading off and playing center field is Eli Jones. Conference Player of the Year, Diego Mendoza, the catcher, hitting second. Jack Amos, the left fielder, hitting third. And it's Bryson Arthur, the DH, in the cleanup spot. Then it's Owen Elsie in right field. Jace Parnan, the second baseman, will hit sixth. Then it's Larry Drake, the shortstop, in the 7th spot. Hitting 8th, Wyatt Hopt at third base, and batting 9th, Nolan Austin, who is the first baseman. Ricardo Mendoza will be on the bump for Shawnee State. For Midway, Logan Januszewski will be the shortstop and will lead off. Then it is the third baseman, Alex Schooler, hitting second. And at second base, it is Noah Atherhut. He is hitting third. And Taylor Voorhees at first baseman is batting cleanup. Then it's the catcher, Isaac Tenza. And the left fielder, Colt Whaley, will follow him in the 6th spot. Luis Sanchez in right field will bat 7th. It is the DH, Grant Stone, hitting 8th. And Max Chizuski will hit 9th. And he is the center fielder. On the bump for Midway will be Tyler Piles. So once again, Piles on the bump for Midway. As we'll look at his statistical information, he is 8-0 with a 2.10 ERA. 13th appearance, 13th start, 68 2/3 innings, 42 hits, 21 runs, 16 of them earned. He has struck out 86, walked 11. He has no doubles, 2 triples, 246 at bats. The opposition hitting .275 against him, 3 wild pitches, 11 hit batters, and 1 balk. For Shawnee State on the bump today will be Ricardo Mendoza. So Mendoza on the bump for Shawnee State. As Medrano is 7-0 with a 4.47 ERA, so this will be a great battle in our final game tonight. 12th appearance, 12th start. 58 in the third inning, 65 hits, 32 runs. 29 of them earned, struck out 42, walked 15, 13 strikeouts, 13 doubles rather, 6 home runs, 211 at-bats, and a 3.08 batting average against. 3 wild pitches, 2 hit batters, and a balk. Shawnee State is coached by Rob Ehlers, assistant coaches Stephen Krebs, Ty Carter, and Nathan Menzel. For Midway University, they have the veteran coach Luther Bramlett in his 10th season, with assistants Landon Steiner, Javon Shelby, and Noah Branham. As the meeting at home plate will come to an end, and we will get the show on the road for the third of 3 games today here at VA Memorial Stadium in Chillicothe, Ohio. And it will be starting pretty close to being on time. Third game, 7 o'clock today. It's been a little chilly, but overall, a pretty good day here in Chillicothe. And it's been an excellent tournament so far. Do want to thank the folks from the Chillicothe Paints who've always been great in helping out here, as Midway will take the field and Shawnee State will come up first here in the top half of the first inning. On the bump for Midway is Tyler Piles. Will set Midway for you defensively. Taylor Voorhees is at first. Noah Adlerhut, the second baseman. Logan Jaworski, the shortstop, hits third. And Alex Schooler at third base will follow him. Alex Schooler is at third base. Then we look in left. It is Colt Whaley, the center fielder, Max Jaworski. Luis Sanchez is in right. Isaac Tenzia behind the plate, and Tyler Piles is on the mound for Midway. You see him warming up there. Tyler Piles, a left-handed pitcher, a senior out of Prospect, Kentucky, and North Oldham High School as he finishes his warm-up tosses. 3 games coming up tomorrow, 3 games Saturday, 1 or 2 on Sunday. Shawnee State will come up first as Eli Jones, the center fielder, will step in for Shawnee State. That's going to just miss inside. Eli Jones, a junior out of Cincinnati, Ohio. He's hitting at .400, 54 hits, 135 at-bats, 37 runs scored, no homers, and 23 runs batted in. It's 2-0 now, the count. We got 2 undefeated pitchers. We're at the end of the season, and that is something. Tyler Piles, 8-0. A 2.10 ERA. And his opponent from Shawnee State is also undefeated. Ricardo Medrano, 7-0 with a 4.47 ERA. Strike on the inside corner, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Top half of the third of the first of the third game of the day. That's right down Main for a strike. It's 3-2. 3-2 Shawnee State blistered the ball at a 3:28 pace. The opposition at 2:92. And that is ball 4, and Shawnee State has a base runner. Eli Jones is on. Diego Mendoza, the player of the year, and the River State Conference will step in. Diego Mendoza, 394, 67 hits, 170 at bats, 30 runs scored, 13 home runs, and 63 runs batted in, and that's a ball. And early on, Tyler Piles is having a little hard time finding the strike zone. How's the stretch? Swing and a miss. And it's a ball and a strike. Jones has stolen 8 bases and been caught 3 times. That's high. 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the stretch and the 2-1 pitch. That's hit into right center field. I think it's going to gap. And that's exactly what it's going to do. The Speedy Jones, coming from third, will score easily standing up. And Shawnee State has grabbed a 1-0 lead as Diego Mendoza does what Diego Mendoza always does. He hits the stuffings out of the baseball, a double and an RBI. Jones scores, and the Bears are up 1-0. Jack Amos, the left fielder, up now. We'll look at this one more time. He dissects the gap in right center field, bounces that off the wall to get it back in quickly, but Mendoza's at second base. That's fouled out of play by Amos. Jack Amos at 367, 58 hits, 158 at bats, 51 runs scored, 11 homers, 46 runs batted in. That's 2 strikes now to Amos. A left-handed batter. Into foul territory and out of play. Jack Amos, a junior out of Wintersville, Ohio. The last year that Shawnee State will be in this tournament is they will change to NCAA Division II next year. In the turf, 1 ball and 2 strikes. This is about as much of a toss-up and a pick'em game as you can get. Shawnee State 29-16, 16-11 in conference. Midway 28-19, also 16-11 in conference. That will retire Mr. Amos. First strikeout of the ball game for Tyler Piles. And the DH, Bryson Arthur, a right-handed batter, will come to the plate. Arthur, 325, 7 homers, 43 runs batted in. Misses inside with the fastball, 1 ball and no strikes. 55 hits, 169 at bats, 35 runs scored, and 7 homers and 43 runs batted in. Off the fist, and that is caught by the second baseman, Atherhut. And that's the second out. The right fielder, Owen Elzey, is up. Mendoza takes his lead from second base. You see a fairly sizable one there. Chopped to short. fumbled, fired, and they got him. 6-3 on the out. Jaworski to Taylor Voorhees, and that's all for Shawnee State of the first. 1 run, though, on 1 base hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. 1 half inning played in Chillicothe with the score Shawnee State 1 and Midway coming to bat. You're watching the River State Conference Baseball Championships from Chillicothe, Ohio on the River State Conference Championship Network.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success, and we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Are you fueled by a passion for sports, dreaming of turning it into a career? Midway University has the playbook to help you achieve that dream, and our online programs are a key part of that winning formula. Whether coaching, managing events, overseeing venues, or excelling in marketing, Midway offers several degree programs to help you score big in the sports industry. Enroll now and kickstart your journey to an exciting career in sports. Find out more at midway.edu/winning.
We're back at Chillicothe. Shawnee State's Medrano, a senior out of Dejabon in the Dominican Republic. As we'll get Midway started here in the bottom half of the first. That is a rip foul. The shortstop, Logan Janowski, 400 his batting average. 18 hits, 45 at bats, 29 runs scored, no homers and 9 runs batted in, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. That is drilled foul and out of play. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shadows, as you can see, are starting to be a little bit of an issue. Not quite out into the infield yet, but surrounding and part of left field in shadow. In the turf, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Midway hitting .297 as a team. Opposition hitting at .261. Januszewski at the plate. Inside. And it's 3-2. Januszewski, a freshman from Wagner High School in Louisville, Kentucky. That's hit into foul territory and just gets away from the Shawnee State fielders. Defensively, Nolan Austin at first for Shawnee State. Jace Parlin at second. Larry Drake, the shortstop. Wyatt Hopt at third. Jack Amos in left. The center fielder, Eli Jones. Owen Elsey in right. Diego Mendoza behind the plate, and Ricardo Medrano on the bump. As that hit is hit to third base, and Wyatt Hopt will throw it to Nolan Austin. And that is the first out of the first inning for Midway. Schooler, the third baseman, is up. .265 for him. 35 hits, 132 at bats, 31 runs scored. 6 homers and 25 runs batted in. Right down Main Street, strike one. No balls and 1 strike. Well, a stretch, the 0-1. Misses outside and evens the count at 1-1. The stretch of the 1-1 pitch. Strike on the inside corner. 1-2 to count. Medrano looking at his pitch com there. 1-2. That's close. 2-2. That's a good pitch. That's one that's hard to stay off of. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It is 1-0 Shawnee State here in the home half of the first. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 outs in the home half of the first inning. Noah Atherholt, the second baseman, up now, .333. 50 hits, 150 at bats, 30 runs scored, no homers and 14 runs batted in. 2 up and 2 down here in the bottom half of the first. High, 1 ball and no strikes. Atherholt, a junior out of Madison Heights, Michigan, and Jackson College. 1 ball, no strikes. Strike on the outside corner. And I can see how Medrano has not tasted defeat this year. Just misses. Medrano 7-0. A 4.47 earned run average. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Not much, but a little bit high. 3 balls and 1 strike, a wide one, would give Midway their first base runner of the contest. That's ball 4, and they've got their first base runner. Voorhees, the first baseman, is up next. Taylor Voorhees, .313. 47 hits, 150 at bats, 29 runs scored, 5 homers, and 45 runs batted in. That is a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. That's outside. One and one to count. Bust him inside. It swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. 1-2 the count. Voorhees, a junior out of St. Joseph, Illinois, and a transfer out of Morton College. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. High hopper could be trouble. That was a nifty play as the shortstop, Januszewski, threw to Voorhees, who threw the sweep tag on, and that is the final out of the inning. So for Midway in the home half of the first, no runs, no hits, no errors, one left on base, one complete here in game 3 with the score. Shawnee State 1 and Midway nothing. You are watching the River State Conference Baseball Championships from Chillicothe, Ohio on the River State Conference Championship Network.
Is like a family. It's really a relaxed atmosphere for being on a college campus.
I just fell right in love with the campus. Everybody was so welcoming and so kind. You get the type of attention that you need. It's very easy to make friends. A very affordable university for me. I'm debt-free once I graduate, and that makes me a lot more excited about my future.
It all began in 1937. A vision to start something different, something better. A college athletics association where competition wasn't just about the scoreboard, but about character, growth, and rising together. From that first tip-off, the NAIA has grown in size and in spirit. In the way we play, the way we lead. Make athletics greater than a game.
This is college athletics the way it was meant to be. This is the right way to play.
Back in Chillicothe, second baseman Jace Parnan is up as it's 6, 7, and 8 for Shawnee State in the top half of the second inning. Hit into left center field, and that's going to bounce up against the fence, and Parnan's going to truck in with a stand-up double. So a double to lead off the Bears of the top half of inning number 2. Second hit of the ball game for Shawnee State. And that's going to bring Larry Drake, the shortstop, to the plate. Drake will stand in. Junior out of Spring, Texas. Wears around the bunt, pulls it back, and it is strike one. Larry Drake at 293, 53 hits, 181 at bats, 44 runs scored, 7 homers, and 36 runs batted in. Wears around the bunt and gets hit. So he trucks down to first base after being hit in the forearm with the pitch. Two on, nobody out. The bottom part of the order is getting it done for Shawnee State as the third baseman Will Hopp will step in now. 232 for Will. 13 hits, 56 at bats, 15 runs scored. 3 homers, 16 runs batted in. We have a conference on the bump right now, as it's been a little bumpy for Tyler Piles. As Tyler has pitched 1 inning. Gets a good bunt down. The throw to first, they did get him. But he does what he's supposed to. He advances the runner as Drake goes to second base. Going to third base is Parnan. And Nolan Austin, the first baseman and number 9 hitter, steps in. And that is a ball, 1 ball, and no strikes. One nothing the score, but with runners at second and third, the Bears are threatening. And that's high and tight, and it's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. In the air to shallow center field as the center fielder, Jazuski, comes in and makes the play. And holds the runners at second and third, so that's a big out. The second out of the inning. And Eli Jones will come up for the second time in the ball game. He walked and ended up scoring when he was knocked in by Diego Mendoza, the catcher. That's inside. I'm presuming that Midway does not want Mendoza to come up here in inning number 2. Tyler Pyle, an inning and 2/3. That's just foul. Inning and 2/3, 2 hits, a run, an earned run. 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 9 batters faced, 2 doubles, 2 flyouts, 2 groundouts, 26 pitches, 16 of them are strikes. No balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top half of the second inning. Time is called. Games at 11, 3, and 7. Once again tomorrow. Levi and myself, Walt Ferber, will be here once again tomorrow. IU Kokomo against Brescia in game 1. That's right by the shortstop. And that's going to plate 2. It is 3-0. Eli Jones with a big base hit. And one that I'm sure the shortstop, Jazuski, thought he probably ought to got. Parnan scores from third base. Scoring from second base is Drake. And Diego Mendoza doubled in a run his first time up. And he is the man. There is no doubt about that. Misses just a little bit inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Diego Mendoza, .394. 13 home runs and 64 runs batted in. Swing and a miss on the high one. And it's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's a lot. It's 3-0, but there's a lot of baseball to go. Runner goes to second and is in there. Eli Jones with a stolen base for Shawnee State. That is his 9th stolen base of the year. Pretty good lead for him at second base. That's outside, 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 62 stolen bases for Shawnee State. They've been caught 16 times. Hit hard, but I think it's going to go foul. And it does. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mendoza crowds the plate. Trying to force you to throw them outside. That is fouled. It's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner was on the move, and that's fouled back out of play. Seems like Mendoza's been around forever for Shawnee State. Here comes the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout of the ball game for Tyler Piles, but the Bears get 2 runs in the second inning as we have played 1.5 here at Chillicothe with the score 3-0 Shawnee State. You're watching the River State Conference Baseball Championships in Chillicothe, Ohio on the River State Conference Championship Network.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Are you fueled by a passion for sports, dreaming of turning it into a career? Midway University has the playbook to help you achieve that dream, and our online programs are a key part of that winning formula. Whether coaching, managing events, overseeing venues, or excelling in marketing, Midway offers several degree programs to help you score big in the sports industry. Enroll now and kickstart your journey to an exciting career in sports. Find out more at midway.edu/winning.
And you're looking at VA Memorial Stadium in Chillicothe, Ohio. Tenza, the catcher, is up to start the home half of the second. He rips the first pitch. That's an atom ball right at Eli Jones, the center fielder. And one gone. Colt Whaley steps in with one out. And with Tenza at first base, the first hit of the ball game for Shawnee State, for Midway. Whaley up for Midway. And that is a ball, 1 ball, and no strikes. Colt Whaley at .312 with 4 homers, 32 runs batted in. That's inside. Well, Midway finally getting their first base runner with a base hit of the ball game. Two balls and no strikes. Misses inside, it's 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. That's ball 4. Runners at first and second. Ricardo Mendoza, 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs. He has struck out one and has walked one. 6 batters faced, walked 2 now. 6 batters faced, 2 ground outs, 26 pitches, and 12 of those are strikes. But Midway threatening here in the second inning. Sanchez hits that one, and it rolls foul. Luis Sanchez, the right fielder. Trying to keep the train rolling for Midway in the second inning. Tries to bunt it, and it goes foul. Looks back. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. One ball and 2 strikes. Sanchez, a sophomore out of Maracay, Venezuela. Hit down the right field line. It's curving foul, and it's out of play. Sanchez, pretty good in limited appearances, 400. 4 hits, 10 at bats, 3 runs scored, 1 homer, and 4 runs batted in. That's hit to third, stomps on the bag, throws. He doesn't throw as he holds on to the ball wisely so. So it's fielder's choice 5 unassisted. So Whaley is out. Sanchez is on, and Grant Stone, the DH, will come up. Wide of the pitch. That is in the turf. And a good stop there by Diego Mendoza. Not only hits a ton, but also plays a great defensive catcher. Stone hitting at 167. No homers and 4 runs batted in. High and outside, 2-0. Runners at first and second. And to right center. And the center fielder, Jazuski, will catch it. And the runner goes to third. So the number 9 hitter is up for Midway. Big at bat here. That's hit to short. Yeah, we'll just stomp on the bag. Jazuski, that is Drake that will stomp on the bag, and that is the inning for Midway. as they threaten but do not score. We have played 2 completed game 3 of the day with the score Shawnee State 3 and Midway nothing. You are watching the River State Conference Baseball Championships in Chillicothe, Ohio on the River State Conference Championship Network.
Is like a family. It's really a relaxed atmosphere for being on a college campus.
I just fell right in love with the campus. Everybody was so welcoming and so kind. You get the type of attention that you need. It's very easy to make friends. A very affordable university for me. I'm debt-free once I graduate, and that makes me a lot more excited about my future.
It all began in 1937. A vision to start something different, something better. A college athletics association where competition wasn't just about the scoreboard, but about character, growth, and rising together. From that first tip-off, the NAIA has grown in size and in spirit. In the way we play, the way we lead. Make athletics greater than a game.
This is college athletics the way it was meant to be. This is the right way to play.
Back in Chillicothe, VA Memorial Stadium. It's 3-4-5 for Shawnee State. Jack Amos struck out of the first and is up here again in the third, a left-handed batter. Takes a little bit of something off that Piles does, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Hit to short, picked nicely. The throw to first in time. Schooler to Voorhees, 1 gone. 5-3 on the out. The designated hitter, Byron Arthur, who popped out the second his first time up, is up now. One ball and no strikes. Bison Arthur, 325, 7 homers, and 43 runs batted in. Misses in tight. Two balls, no strikes. Head into foul territory. Oh. Going hard up against the fence at first base for Midway is Taylor Voorhees, the first baseman. Hope he's all right. But he hit that one hard. 2 balls and a strike to Arthur. That's 3-1 now. 3 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. It's 3-2. Bison Arthur, a junior from Westerville, Ohio. Turns on it and hits it foul. Stays at 3-2. Owen Elsley, the right fielder, is on deck. Arthur opens his stance a little bit with a full count. Gets into it and drills it into left. But at the warning track, the left fielder Whaley will bring it in for the second out. Owen Elsie, the right fielder, steps in. So 2 up and 2 down. Into center field. And the center fielder, Jazuski, will catch it. And for the first time tonight, Shawnee stayed down 1-2-3 in the third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We have played 2.5 here at Chillicothe with the score. Shawnee State 3 and Midway nothing. You're watching the River State Conference Baseball Championships in Chillicothe on the River State Conference Championship Network.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Are you fueled by a passion for sports, dreaming of turning it into a career? Midway University has the playbook to help you achieve that dream, and our online programs are a key part of that winning formula. Whether coaching, managing events, overseeing venues, or excelling in marketing, Midway offers several degree programs to help you score big in the sports industry. Enroll now and kickstart your journey to an exciting career in sports. Find out more at midway.edu/winning.
Back at Chillicothe, top of the order up for Midway. Januszewski almost beats it out, but it's 6-3 on the out, and there's one gone. Here the bottom half of the third. Schooler, the third baseman who struck out of the first, will step in now. One out, Schooler at 265 with 6 homers and 25 runs batted in. That's a strike. Ricardo Medrano, 2 1/3 innings, 1 hit, no runs. Low and outside. 1 strikeout, 2 walks, 10 batters faced, 1 fly out, and he has gotten 5 ground outs. 36 pitches, 19 are strikes. That's hit to first. That is picked by the first baseman, Austin, and he'll take it unassisted. 2 up, 2 down in the Midway second inning. Noah Atherholt, 333, no homers, 14 runs batted in. Atherholt, a junior from Madison Heights, Michigan, out of Jackson College. Medrano, the pitch. That's into right center field. That's a base hit. And Atherholt's taking off for second base. Head first slide. He's in there. A runner in scoring position for Midway. He's been on base twice. He walked in the first, doubled in the third. We're gonna see what Taylor Voorhees can do. Can he bring him in? Taylor 0 for 1, grounded out in the first. Voorhees, a right-handed batter. That is inside, picked nicely by Mendoza. Voorhees at 313, 5 homers, 45 runs batted in. Check swing, and that's a ball. 2 hits in the ball game for each team, but Shawnee stayed up 3-0. So Midway threatening here in the home half of the third. Inside. Taylor Voorhees, a junior from St. Joseph, Illinois, and transferred out of Morton College. 3 balls and no strikes. That's a strike, 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the third. But Midway trying to get that donut off the board. Just getting a piece of that, and it goes to 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. That's hit to third. Throw to first is in time. Hop to Austin. All for Midway in the third. No runs, a hit, no error, 1 left, 3 complete in game 3 of day 1. With the score, Shawnee State 3 and Midway nothing. You're watching game 3 of the River State Conference Baseball Championship on the River State Conference Championship Network.
We believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Fueled by a passion for sports, dreaming of turning it into a career, Midway University has the playbook to help you achieve that dream, and our online programs are a key part of that winning formula. Whether coaching, managing events, overseeing venues, or excelling in marketing, Midway offers several degree programs to help you score big in the sports industry. Enroll now and kickstart your journey to an exciting career in sports. Find out more at midway.edu/winning.
Back in Chillicothe, 4th inning, 6, 7, and 8 for Shawnee State. Chase Parton, 1 for 1, and he scored a run. And that is a strike. No balls and 1 strike. One and one now, the count. He's part of the senior from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Dumped into shallow center. And a great defensive play by Adler Hunt, the second baseman. He went a long way, and give Januszewski credit for getting out of the way. Good communications there. As we'll take a look at this, and you take a look at the break that Adler Hunt gets over the shoulder. Actually, he got in there. That was a base hit. My bad there. The sun caught me there, and it is a base hit by Parnett. That is hit, and is going to bounce up against the fence. Parnett is going to throw it back. Did they get him? It was close. Parnett gets back into third base, and on the play, Larry Drake goes to second. So Shawnee State already up 3-0, and they're threatening here in the top half of the fourth inning. Wyatt hopped 0 for 1, bounced out second to first in the second. You look at that, and it goes right in the corner. And taking the bounce off the fence was Whaley, the left fielder. And Parnan just about went too far past third base. A base hit now could plate a couple of more. That's a strike on the outside corner. Hopped is 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes to the number 8 hitter, Wyatt Hopp. A sophomore from Sardinia, Ohio. In the turf, a 1 ball and 2 strikes. Walt Ferber here in game 3 with producer-director Levi, who does an outstanding job, a great production crew here in Chillicothe. Once again this year, the same bunch of great folks we worked with last year. That is 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Inside 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
First baseman number 17, Nolan Austin.
And that is the first out of the inning. Third strikeout of the ball game for Tyler Piles. And Austin flew out to center field the first time, and that swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike. Nolan Austin, a redshirt junior from Kamloops, British Columbia. Fouled off, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Well, Piles has the opportunity. It's a very hefty lineup top to bottom, but you got supposedly have a little better chance with those bottom batters, as this is the number 9 hitter, Austin. It doesn't help when you hit him. The bases are loaded. Austin at first base, Drake at second base, Parnan is at third base, and back up to the top of the order, and Eli Jones. Walked in the first of the base hit in the second. That hit right on the arm there. That stings just a bit. That's inside. Didn't come far away from hitting Jones there. Eli Jones, a junior from Cincinnati, Ohio. His Reds in Cincinnati atop of the NL Central Division right now. Fights that one off. The throw home gets the force. If you're on defense, the one nice thing about having the bases loaded is you got to force at the plate. 5-2 on the fielder's choice. Will punch out Parnan. Coming home. Drake goes to third base. Going to second base is Austin. And you could make a case for the most dangerous player in the River States Conference, Diego Mendoza. An RBI hit the first, struck out in the second, and that is hit into foul territory. And he's stuck with it. Denzio, the catcher, makes the play, and that is all for Shawnee State in the inning, and they do not score. No runs in the third, as we have played 3.5 innings with the score. Shawnee State 3 and Midway's Eagles nothing. You are watching River State Conference Baseball Championships from Chillicothe, Ohio on the River State Conference Championship Network.
It all began in 1937. A vision to start something different, something better. A college athletics association where competition wasn't just about the scoreboard, but about character, growth, and rising together. From that first tip-off, the NAIA has grown in size and in spirit, in the way we play, the way we lead. Make athletics greater than a game.
This is college athletics the way it was meant to be. This is the right way to play.
We believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Rolling along in game 3, home half of the 4th coming up. Isaac Tenza, the catcher, followed by Colt Whaley, the left fielder, and Luis Sanchez, the right fielder. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Shawnee State. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for the Midway Eagles. Fouls that one off, and it's 0-1. Ricardo Mendoza, 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs. 1 strikeout, 2 walks, 13 batters faced with a double, a flyout, 7 groundouts, 45 pitches, 24 of them strikes. That one misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Midway has got 2 hits to this juncture in time. One, and that is hit up the middle. The second baseman, though, makes a nice backhand, and Parnan will throw to Austin. And there's 1 out in the 4th inning. Colt Whaley, who walked his first time up, is up. Colt Whaley, a junior out of Knoxville, Tennessee, and a transfer from Erskine College. Hit to short. 6-3 on the out. Larry Drake to Nolan Austin. 2 up and 2 down in the Midway 4th inning.
Number 39, Luis Sanchez.
Luis Sanchez, fielder's choice in the second, is up again. Two up and 2 down in the Midway 4th inning. Lowell inside, 1 ball and no strikes. That is Lowell outside, 2-0. Strike on the outside corner. Sanchez, a sophomore from Maracay, Venezuela, out of Henry Clay High School, 5'11" sophomore. That is fouled, and it's 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sanchez opens up the stance a tad. Mendoza has really been sailing in this one. or Mindrano, I should say. I think I hexed him as he hits Sanchez there with the pitch. Grant Stowe, the DH up. He's 0 for 1. Grant Stowe, a senior from Lexington, Kentucky, out of Tates Creek High School. Playing in the designated hitter spot today. He's an outfielder and a right-handed pitcher. That misses, 1 ball and no strikes. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Shawnee State. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Midway. Sanchez, throw back, got off base a little bit. Snap throw back to first base by Diego Mendoza. Back in at first base is Sanchez. And that's a strike. Never a lot of wind today. And it is a cool day for late April, last day of April. But the flag totally limp out there, and it has made the cooler. There we go. There it is. You see it. It's made the cooler temperatures fairly bearable here. An atom ball right at the second baseman. And that is all for Midway, as Parnan is there to pick that puppy off. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We have played 4 complete in game 3 of the day with the score Shawnee State 3, and it is Midway nothing. You're watching the River State Conference Baseball Championships from Chillicothe, Ohio, on the River State Conference Championship Network.
We believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Going to the 5th inning. 3, 4, and 5 for Shawnee State coming up. Tyler Piles undefeated, but behind in this one. 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 20 batters faced, 3 doubles, 5 flyouts, 4 groundouts, 65 pitches. 43 of them are strikes. Jack Amos has that one bounce in front of home plate, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Amos is 0 for 2. And that just misses. 2 balls and no strikes. Pyle with 2-0. Strike on the inside corner. 2-1. Jack Amos, a junior out of Wintersville, Ohio. 2-1 to count. Close but no cigar on that one. It's 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. It's 3-2. Fowles took a little something off that one with the off-speed pitch. Amos swung through it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out. As Bison Arthur working an 0-for-2 game will step in. 4th strikeout for Piles for the day. Swing and a miss, blows that one by Arthur. Been a good day pitching-wise. Shawnee State only has 4 hits and Midway only 2. Ran around the bunt and pulls it back, and that will even it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bison Arthur, a junior from Westerville, Ohio. Inside 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Arthur, 325, 7 homers, and 43 runs batted in. 66 home runs on the year for Shawnee State. Time is called. Arthur going down. Conversation with his third base coach. The problem seems to be rectified. Arthur in the batter's box. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Backhanded it short. The throw to first is in time. Jesuitski, the shortstop, throws it to Voorhees for the 6-3 out. And 2 up and 2 down in the Shawnee State 5th inning. Owen Elsie steps up now. 0-for-2, bounced out short to first in the first, flew out to center fielder. The center fielder in the third. 0-1 to count. That is high, and it's a ball and a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Elsie. Two and 1. Owen Elsie, 4-11. No homers, 10 runs batted in. Start of the day with 23 hits and 56 at bats. Low, and it's 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike. The Bears have only gone down 1-2-3 one time today, and that was in the 3rd inning. Strike on the inside corner, works the count full at 3-2. Into shallow center. He caught that thing. How about that? The center fielder, Jadwowski, gets the catch. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We have played 4.5 innings here at Chillicothe with the score Shawnee State 3 and Midway nothing. You're watching the River State Conference Baseball Championships in Chillicothe, Ohio, the River State Conference Championship Network.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Back at Chillicothe, well, cuspy cloud in the sky. A pretty good day for the last day of April. And it will be the center fielder, Max Jawuziak, a sophomore from Burlington, Ontario. He's the center fielder that made the outstanding play to end the last inning. Jawuziak, the sophomore, is 0 for 1. Ended the second inning with a fielder's choice. Strike on the outside corner, no balls, and 1 strike. Here's the stretch and the 0-1 pitch. Did he go around? Yes, he did. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Ricardo Medrano. He is pitching very well. Neither of these pitchers have lost a game this year. That's inside. Medrano 8-0. 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs. 1 strikeout, 2 walks, 17 batters faced, a double. 2 flyouts, 9 groundouts, 58 pitches, 31 of them strikes. Fouled back. He has only allowed 2 hits on the day. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. To Jawuziak. Fouled straight back. 6'2" from Burlington, Ontario, Canada. Transfer out of Jefferson College, the batter. That is Mr. Medrano, who has been dealing for the Bears today. Fouled off. 1-2. Jawuziak back of the batter's box. Januszewski on deck. Bring him up. Strike 3.
Shortstop, number 23.
1 out.
Januszewski.
Only the second strikeout for Medrano, who shows you can pitch to contact and still have a great deal of success. As he's up 3-0, back to the top of the order. Januszewski, a 5'10" freshman from Louisville, Kentucky, and Wagner High School. That is a pitch, a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Only 4 hits of the game for Shawnee State. Misses, it's 2-0. So Piles ain't done too bad for Midway. He is 7-0. Between them, they're 15-0 for the season. Strike on the inside corner, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Schooler on deck. The 2-1 pitch. Out hits the same spot. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The stretch by Medrano. Swing and a miss, strike 3. I talk about him not being a strikeout pitcher. Well, he's got back-to-back strikeouts here in the 5th, but that's his third strikeout of the ball game. Max Schooler steps up. He was the first guy that Medrano struck out back in the first. He's 0 for 2. Schooler, a 5'9" senior from Whitby, Ontario, Canada, and a transfer from Rio, as I call it, Rio of Ohio. 1 ball and no strikes. Medrano, the stretch of the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. That is a ball, and it's 2-1. Schooler at 265, 6 homers, 25 runs batted in. Medrano, the pitch. Oh, that's close too. 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike. Schooler's trying to not make it a 1-2-3 inning. There's 2 outs. Medrano's been large and in charge with back-to-back strikeouts. And that is ball 4, so it ain't going to be 1-2-3 as Schooler walks. That is the second walk of the ball game for Ricardo Medrano. Pardon me, the third walk of the ball game for Medrano. And that brings up Atherholt, the second baseman. 333, no homers, 14 runs batted in. Low and inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Atherholt Jr., 5'10", out of Madison Heights, Michigan, out of transfer from Jackson College. Throw back over to first. Atherholt, a walk in the first and a base hit in the third. So he's been on every time. High and outside, it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Hit to short. 6-4 on the fielder's choice will end the inning. And the inning for the Eagles, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base. We have played 5 innings in game 3 of the day with the score Shawnee State 3 and the Midway Eagles nothing. You are watching the River State Conference Baseball Championships in Chillicothe, Ohio on the River State Conference Championship Network.
Is like a family. It's really a relaxed atmosphere for being on a college campus.
I just fell right in love with the campus. Everybody was so welcoming and so kind. You get the type of attention that you need. It's very easy to make friends. A very affordable university for me. I'm debt-free once I graduate, and that makes me a lot more excited about my future.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
We are back at Chillicothe, and we've told you a lot about how good Ricardo Medrano's doing. But Tyler Piles is doing a yeoman's job for Midway, too, but he's down 3-0. 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, only 1 earned, struck out 4, walked 1. 23 batters faced, 3 doubles, 6 flyouts, 5 groundouts, 82 pitches, 52 strikes. And the first pitch is a ball, 1 ball, no strikes to Parton, the second baseman who's been on base twice. Low and inside, 1-1 the count. Parton a base hit and scored in the second, and another base hit in the fourth. Ended up being out going to third. Only 6 hits between the two teams. When you saw an 8-0 pitcher in Medrano versus a 7-0 pitcher Piles, you kind of thought that it may be runs that are tough to get. As Parton strikes out, that is the first out of the 6th inning. 5th strikeout of the ball game for Piles. That will bring Larry Drake, who has been on base twice, was hit by a pitch and scored in the second, a base hit again in the fourth. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Larry Drake, a junior from Spring, Texas. Hit to left. Left fielder Whaley makes the play. 2 up and 2 down to the Shawnee State 6th. As that'll bring Wyatt Hop to the batter's box. 0 for 2. Bounced out second to first in the second and struck out on the fourth. The pitch, low and outside, 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes. Wyatt Hop, the sophomore from Sardinia, Ohio. High, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, getting to be close to twilight here. What's been a cool but beautiful last day of April. 2-0 pitch. That's drilled foul. 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Three balls and 1 strike now. Hop to 232. 3 homers, 16 runs. Batted in. That swung on and missed strike 2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Shawnee State could go down 1-2-3 here in the 6th. That's high, and it's ball 4. So the number 8 hitter Hop is on first base. Nolan Austin, the first baseman up, was hit by a pitch his last time up. Second walk in the ball game for Piles. Inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Nolan Austin, a redshirt junior out of Kamloops, British Columbia. Strike on the inside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike. Rustigate swing. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Piles has really been tough to deal with, especially the last several innings. That's hit to second base, and that is bobbled by the second baseman. The throw is still in time as that goes Adler Hutt to Voorhees, 4-3. In the inning for Shawnee State, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We have played 5.5 innings here in Game 3 of Day 1, and it is Shawnee State 3 and Midway nothing. You're watching the River State Conference Baseball Championship in Chillicothe, Ohio, on the River State Conference Championship Network.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Back at Chillicothe, 4, 5, and 6 for Midway. Voorhees, the first baseman, 0 for 2. That pitch fastball a little bit high. Ricardo Medrano, 5 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, 21 batters faced, a double, 2 flyouts, 10 groundouts, 78 pitches, 42 are strikes. 2 balls and no strikes. He has allowed but 2 hits. 8-0 on the year, and he's pitched like it. He's got a shutout going so far. Here in the home half of inning number 6. Strike on the outside corner, 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. You look at the stats in this game, you see Piles going against Voorhees, and you got to think runs are going to be few and far between. That is fouled, out of play, 2-1. Pardon me, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3 games coming up tomorrow. And we already know who's going to be playing in the first game. We don't know the second opponent for games 2 and game 3. That's hit to second base. That is 4-3 on the out as Parnan will throw to Austin. And there's 1 out. The first game tomorrow at 11 will have the losers of game 1 and game 2, IU Kokomo versus Brescia. Indiana University Southeast, winner of game 1, will play the loser of this game, while Oakland City University will play the winner of this game in game 3. As that is fouled down the third base line. No balls, 1 strike. That tends to the catcher. That's hit into right center field. And the dive is not going to get it by the center fielder, as Eli Jones will slide into third base, and he will have a triple. The best base hit so far in this game for the Eagles. Going to have a runner at third base. as Whaley steps in. The pinch runner will be number 8, Cole Ginter. So Ginter will be running for Stenza. Whaley walked in the second, bounced out short to first in the fourth. And that's a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. So Medrano's shutout is in danger here in the home half of the 6th. Strike on the outside corner. Colt Whaley, a junior from Knoxville, Tennessee, and a transfer from Erskine College. That is fouled off. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count. Three hits in the ball game now for the Eagles of Midway. That is low. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. Here's the stretch and the 2-2 pitch. That is just foul tipped. It stays at 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Whaley at .312 with 4 homers and 32 runs batted in. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Whaley goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. 4 strikeouts now for Medrano. And it's going to leave it up to Luis Sanchez. Fielder's choice in the second was hit by a pitch in the 4th. Sanchez, a sophomore from Maracay, Venezuela. That's hit to short. And the throw to first base is in time. Larry Drake to Austin as they strand Tenz's triple here in the 6th inning. No runs, a hit, no error, 1 left. We have played 6 completed game 3 of the day with the score Shawnee State 3 and Midway nothing. You're watching the River State Conference Baseball Championships game 3 of the day on the River State Conference Championship Network.
Is like a family. It's really a relaxed atmosphere for being on a college campus.
I just fell right in love with the campus. Everybody was so welcoming and so kind. You get the type of attention that you need. It's very easy to make friends. A very affordable university for me. I'm debt-free once I graduate, and that makes me a lot more excited about my future.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
We're back at VA Memorial Stadium in Chillicothe, Ohio. Top of the 7th inning, it's Eli Jones, the center fielder, stepping in for Shawnee State. And Pyle still on the bump for Midway. Low and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Tyler Pyle, 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, only 1 of them earned. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. That's low. 27 batters faced, 3 doubles, no triples, no homers. 7 flyouts, 6 groundouts, 99 pitches, 63 of them are strikes. 2 balls and no strikes to Eli Jones. A strike, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Picked by the third baseman. The throw to first is in time. Schooler to Voorhees. And that's 1 gone here in the 7th inning. And the beast, Diego Mendoza, coming up. An RBI hit the first, struck out in the second, and fouled out to the catcher, Tenza, in the 4th. So they've done a pretty good job on the River State Conference Player of the Year, and that swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike. Diego Mendoza, 394, 13 homers, 63 runs batted in. That's fouled down the third baseline. Diego Mendoza, 5th-year player out of Carolina, Puerto Rico. They've turned out a lot of great River State Conference baseball players. 0-2, and it's outside, 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That is inside. It's 2-2. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors for Shawnee State. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error for the Eagles of Midway. Outside, 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I tell you what, Tyler Piles has been a gamer out there. But he's got to be tired. 103 pitches. That is hit into the air. That's going to be the right fielder, Elsie, making the play.
Left fielder, number 32, Jack Amos.
Pardon me, the right fielder, Sanchez, making the play, and there's 2 outs. As that's going to bring up Amos. Jack Amos 0 for 3. Strike on the inside corner. Amos, a junior from Wintersville, Ohio. Did he go right? Nope, he did not. 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 hopper to second base. That'll be Adler Hunt to Voorhees, 4-3 on the out. It's 3 up and 3 down for Shawnee State in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. 6.5 innings played on day 1, game 3, with the score Shawnee State 3 and Midway nothing. You're watching the River State Conference Baseball Championships in Chillicothe, Ohio on the River State Conference Championship Network.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success, and we can't wait to be a part of your story.
3-0. You see the score. 3-4-0 for Shawnee State. 0-3-1 for Midway. Ricardo Medrano, he's been a beast. 6 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, 25 batters faced, a double, a triple. Neither one of them scored. 2 flyouts, 12 ground outs, 92 pitches, 52 strikes. Hour and 39 minutes into this one. Did he go around? That is a strike. Grant Stone 0 for 2. The DH up for Midway. Fouls that one off, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Stone, a senior from Lexington, Kentucky, at Tates Creek High School. That hit it. So Stone will head to first base. Eagles need base runners. That's going to bring up Max Juziak. He is the center fielder at 0 for 2 on the day. A 6'2" outfielder from Burlington, Ontario, Canada, and Jackson College. High and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Shawnee State, no runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Midway, and a pitcher's duel. Question is can Midway break through? We got work going on in the Shawnee State bullpen, as that is outside, 2-0. And Medrano has put them in excellent position as they're in the 7th inning. But you wonder about Piles and Medrano, how much gas they've got in the tank. Piles over 100 pitches, and Medrano now at 95 pitches. 2 balls and 1 strike. Take a little something off that. 2-2. Well, Medrano's not been a thrower, he's been a pitcher today. 2-2 to count. Swing and a miss. The throw to second is not close. And Stone is in at second base. So a runner in scoring position. I think in the set it would be important for Midway to get something on the board. As there is 1 gone with the strikeout of the Midway center fielder. It puts Midway back up to the top of the order. We'll see. It looks like we may be. We have all the Midway players gathered together. As you see them right there, right off the third base line. So Grant Stone heading back to second base. Logan Januszewski, the freshman from Louisville Wagner High School, is up. Runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the home half of the 7th. Back up the middle, 1-4-3. Bounced off the pitcher Medrano. went to Parnell, the second baseman, got it to Austin, the first baseman, and a 1-4-3 out for the second out of the inning, but on it, Stone moves to third. Well, that's going to leave it up to Schooler. Schooler struck out of the first, bounced out first, unassisted in the third, and walked in the fifth. Medrano trying to end the seventh. I got a feeling there's work going on at the Shawnee State pen. Maybe a new pitcher in the eighth. Well, Medrano's done his job. 1 ball, no strikes. That's outside. But Midway has not been able to scratch a run across yet. Medrano has been stingy. But there stands Stone at third base, and that's hit to first. And walking and stomping on the bag is Austin at first base. And that leaves Stone stranded at third. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left. We have played 7, completed game 3 of day 1 with the score Shawnee State 3 and Midway nothing. You're watching the River State Conference Baseball Championships from Chillicothe, Ohio on the River State Conference Championship Network.
Fueled by a passion for sports, dreaming of turning it into a career, Midway University has the playbook to help you achieve that dream, and our online programs are a key part of that winning formula. Whether coaching, managing events, overseeing venues, or excelling in marketing, Midway offers several degree programs to help you score big in the sports industry. Enroll now and kickstart your journey to an exciting career in sports. Find out more at midway.edu/winning.
It all began in 1937. A vision to start something different, something better. A college athletics association where competition wasn't just about the scoreboard, but about character, growth, and rising together. From that first tip-off, the NAIA has grown in size and in spirit. In the way we play, the way we lead. Make athletics greater than a game.
This is college athletics the way it was meant to be. This is the right way to play.
Back at Chillicothe, Bison Arthur will step in. It's 4, 5, and 6 for Shawnee State in the 8th. That's a one-hopper back up the middle. No throw, and Arthur is on to start inning number 8.
Right fielder, number 12, Zach Gaspar.
So 1 on, nobody out. And stepping in, that's a bunt. That's a pretty good bunt. And the throw to first is in time. Zach Gasper in that spot in the order now. Sacrifices the runner over.
Second baseman, number 9, James Harden.
As part of the second baseman is up. Going to second base is Arthur. Jace Parnon, base hit and scored on the second, another base hit in the fourth, and struck out in the 6th. And that is a foul ball. No balls, that was close though. No balls and 1 strike. Tyler Piles still at it. His arm's going to be tired. No balls and 1 strike. That's hit to short. The throw to first. Not in time, and Shawnee State's got him on the corners. Arthur moves to third base. Tyler Piles, 116 pitches. He's good. They're riding their stud, their number one pitcher. But this could be close to the breaking point. You see he takes a deep breath there. Larry Drake, the shortstop. Runners on the corners with one gone. 3-0 Shawnee State. They get the bunt down. Look the runner back, throw to first in time. Pyle showed why he is the man. Look the runner back at third base, and Arthur threw a howitzer to first base, and Voorhees, and that is out number 2. Stepping up, we got a new hitter. I think that is Reed. I'm going to double check his numbers. You see some work going on in the pen. That swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes. 22 Mason Reed, a senior out of Simi Valley, California. One ball and 1 strike. One and 1 to count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swung on and missed. It's 1-2. I don't know where Piles is getting this extra pop from. 117 pitches for him. Outside, it's 2-2. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Second and third for Shawnee State. They're up 3-0. And if they get those 2 guys in, I think it might be pretty much of a backbreaker. But they don't. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Piles defiantly comes off the bump. What a night for Piles. 117 pitches. No runs, 2 hits. No errors, 2 left. As we're going to look at that last one going out here. Look at that. Now that is a dude that is pumped. As we have played 7.5 innings with the score 3-0 Shawnee State. You're watching the River State Conference Baseball Championships from Chillicothe, Ohio on the River State Conference Championship Network.
Is like a family. It's really a relaxed atmosphere for being on a college campus.
I just fell right in love with the campus. Everybody was so welcoming and so kind. You get the type of attention that you need. It's very easy to make friends. A very affordable university for me. I'm debt-free once I graduate, and that makes me a lot more excited about my future.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
A very important inning coming up for Midway. And there will be a new pitcher. You see him right there for Midway. As the new pitcher, a new pitcher for Shawnee State. That's probably why the numbers didn't mesh. Is 31 Evan Hood, a junior from Dalton, Georgia. Evan Hood, 0-0 with a 2.13 ERA. His 11th appearance, he has a save. 12 and 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, struck out 10, walked 3. 4 doubles, no triples, 1 homer, 45 at bats. Opposition hitting 200 against him, 2 wild pitches and 2 hit batters. I've got Mason Reed at first base now for Shawnee State. And that is a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Noah Atherbutt. Noah Atherbutt, the second baseman. That is a strike, and it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, Medrano, 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, 29 batters faced, 2 doubles, a triple, no homers, 2 flyouts, 14 groundouts as that's hit just fouled down the third baseline. So Medrano got him to pound it in the turf. 103 pitches, 59 of them strikes. He pitched a shutout over 7 innings. No balls and 2 strikes the top half of the 8th. Heather Holt at .333 with no homers and 14 runs, batted in. And he fouls that one off, and it stays at no balls and 2 strikes. Evan Hood, once again a junior from Dalton, Georgia, the second pitcher of the night for Shawnee State. Drops off the table, but it's low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Noah Atherbutt is battling. And that is going to be fouled out of play. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hood to stretch. He barrels that one up, and it's in left field for a base hit. So Atherbutt is on at first base. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Taylor Voorhees working an 0 for 3 night. Steps up, and you got a feeling if Drake could have got, if he was maybe 7 feet tall, he might have been able to get to that. But a pretty good time jump. It was just over his glove. That is a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Voorhees 0 for 3. 3 groundouts on the night. Medrano just got him to pound it in the turf. 3 runs on 6 hits and no errors for Shawnee State. No runs, 4 hits and 1 error for Midway. Looking at his pitch com there. Inside, a ball and a strike. If you can get Voorhees on, you can actually have the tying run come to the plate. That's hit to short, a 6, a 4, and a 3. That helps the pitcher out a great deal. With instead of 1 on and nobody out, you now have nobody on and 2 outs. 10's of the catcher. 1 for 3. Has made it as far as any Eagle today. Made it to third base with a triple in the 6th. They couldn't get him in. Here, 2, it is 3-0 still. That is a ball, 1 ball, and no strikes. One-0 pitch. There's a strike. 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Blowing outside, 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, the starters came highly regarded. Medrano 8-0, Pyle 7-0. And they both went well into the ball game. Medrano over 100 pitches with 103. Pyle's 117. That swung on and missed 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Blowing outside. Evan Hood has gone 2/3 in relief. He's looked pretty solid himself. He's got the stats to back him up. 3-2. In the air in the infield. First baseman Reed with the play. All for the Eagles in the 8th. No runs, a hit, no errors with the double play. Nobody left on base. We have played 8 complete in game 3 of the day today with the score Shawnee State 3 and Midway nothing. You are watching the Rivers State Conference Baseball Championships in Chillicothe, Ohio on the Rivers State Conference Championship Network.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
We're back at VA Memorial Stadium in Chillicothe, Ohio. The new pitcher for Midway is Chance Todd. A 2-0 record with a 1.69 ERA. 14th appearance. He's got 2 saves. 21 in the 3rd innings, 11 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned. Strikeout 15, walk 10, 2 doubles, no triples, no homers. 72 at bats, the opposition hitting 153 against him, 3 wild pitches, and 8 hit batters. Coming up will be Nolan Austin to start things out in the 9th spot for Shawnee State. Chance Todd, the new pitcher. The pitch. That's a strike. Tyler Piles, 8 inning, 6 hits, 3 runs, but only 1 of them earned. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, 35 batters faced, 3 doubles, no triples, no homers. 8 flyouts, 10 groundouts, 122 pitches, of which 78 were strikes. Mr. Piles, that is a pretty good day's work in the office. No balls and 2 strikes now to Austin. Inside, a 1-2. Austin flew out to center in the second, was hit by a pitch in the fourth, bounced out second to first in the sixth. It off the end of the bat, and it's fouled. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chance Todd, a freshman, the pitcher, 5'10", a right-handed pitcher from Somerset, Kentucky, out of the University of the Cumberlands, and that's hit into center field. And that will be 1 out, as that's caught by the Shawnee State center fielder, Janasuki. Eli Jones, the top of the order, up now. Walked to the first base, hit in the second, fielder's choice in the fourth, and bounced out third to first in the seventh. Tries to bunt, and it's foul. No balls and 1 strike. Eli Jones, a junior from Cincinnati, Ohio. Jones hitting at .400, 8 with no homers, 23 runs batted in. That's hit into left field. And that's going to be a foul ball. 0-2 to count. You're wondering about Midway in the ninth. 6, 7, and 8 they'll have. And for Midway fans, I think they're hoping there'll be more than that. This has been a battle. But Medrano was just flat out too good and bent, but did not break. No balls and 2 strikes. Outside, 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'll get it underway 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Indiana University Kokomo will take on Brescia. Indiana University Southeast will take on the loser of this game at 3, and Oakland City will take on the winner of this game at 7. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just misses outside. The count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two pitch. That is hit up the middle. Fielded at second. The throw to first is not in time. Atherhut made a good try, but too much speed for Eli Jones, who beats it out. 1 on, 1 out. Diego Mendoza's going to stride to the plate. Player of the Year in the River State Conference. Awards handed out 3-0. Shawnee State here in Game 3. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 to count. Rustigate swing, strike 3. That's the first strikeout in the ball game for Chance Todd. Jack Amos at the plate. He is 0 for 4. Runner goes. And that's fouled. 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. So the first game tomorrow at 11, IU Kokomo against Brescia. IUS against the loser of this game in game 2 at 3. And Oakland City in the nightcap will take on the winner of this game. Runner goes to second and is in there with the stolen base. And it's going to go into center field. And going on to third is Jones. So Jones steals the base. So there's a stolen base and an error on the throw. So a runner at third base now with 2 outs. As Eli Jones picks up another steal. His 10th steal of the campaign. He's been caught 3 times. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Strike on the outside corner. It's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Amos. Ring him up. Strike 3. 2 strikeouts of the inning for Chance Todd. For Shawnee State. In the ninth, no runs, a hit, no error, 1 left on base. Going to the home half of the ninth. If you're a Shawnee State fan, you want them to hold on. If you're a Midway fan, you want to get your rally caps on. Going to the bottom of the ninth, it's 3-0 Shawnee State. You're watching the River State Conference Baseball Championships in Chillicothe, Ohio, on the River State Conference Championship Network.
Fueled by a passion for sports, dreaming of turning it into a career, Midway University has the playbook to help you achieve that dream, and our online programs are a key part of that winning formula. Whether coaching, managing events, overseeing venues, or excelling in marketing, Midway offers several degree programs to help you score big in the sports industry. Enroll now and kickstart your journey to an exciting career in sports. Find out more at midway.edu/winning.
It all began in 1937. A vision to start something different, something better. A college athletics association where competition wasn't just about the scoreboard, but about character, growth, and rising together. From that first tip-off, the NAIA has grown in size and in spirit. In the way we play, the way we lead. Make athletics greater than a game.
This is college athletics the way it was meant to be. This is the right way to play.
Back at VA Memorial Stadium. Bottom half of the ninth. It will be 6, 7, and 8 for Midway. Colt Whaley, the left fielder. Luis Sanchez, the right fielder. Grant Stone, the designated hitter, to take on Evan Hood, trying for the 2-inning save. 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, 3 batters faced, 1 fly out, 1 ground out, and got Voorhees to hit into a big 6-4-3 double play. A 3-0 ball game. Strike on the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Low and outside. The miss is outside. Two balls and 1 strike. A strike, it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As that is 1 out. Ethan Hood, I should say, on the bump. Ethan Hood with 1 gone. Sanchez coming to the plate now. He's just throwing the cheese now. 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Evan Hood, a junior from Dalton, Georgia, looking to shut down Midway here in the inning, and that's inside. 3-1. 1 gone, and it ain't fancy right now. Hood is pretty good. 1 in the third, 1 hit's all he's allowed. Has faced 4 batters and has struck out 1. That was the last batter he faced. That was a bullet in there that just missed. It's 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outside, 3-2. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Shawnee State. No runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for Midway. Fouls that one off. 3-2. You need to get 2 base runners on before you can bring the tying run to the plate. A little baseball math for you. And they've only got 2 outs to get that going, with 1 out here in the bottom half of the 9th. In the air, second baseman says, I got it. Fought the lights off. And the play is made by Parton, the second baseman. You just saw the Shawnee State dugout. They get 1 more out, and they'll play Oakland City University in the final game tomorrow night. And it would be Midway playing IUS in game number 2. Grant Stone will hit that one, and that will be the ball game, as it's caught by Jones, and Shawnee State gets the shutout, 3-0 over Midway. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Shawnee State, no runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors for Midway. Ricardo Medrano gets the win. Evan Hood will get the save. Well, the tough luck loser was Tyler Piles of Midway. So let's look at the schedule for tomorrow, and we'll have 3 more games on the network coming up for you tomorrow in Game 1. It is IU Kokomo versus Brescia. You see that screen right there. Levi's got them right up there for me. IU Kokomo will take on Brescia. That's in the 11 o'clock ball game. And the 3 o'clock game, it's IU Southeast, the 1 seed against the 3 seed Midway. And at 7 p.m., it is Oakland City University against the 4 seed Shawnee State. That will do it for us today. I want to thank all the people here at Chillicothe Paints, and for the awesome producing and directing, as always, of my buddy Levi. We'll catch you again tomorrow morning. For Levi, Walt Ferber saying so long for now. You are watching the River State Conference Baseball Championships from Chillicothe, Ohio on the River State Conference Championship Network.